what is the concept of torque ripple in AC motor system? Torque ripple refers to the variation in torque production during the one rotation of the motor shaft. How is voltage transient managed in AC motor system? Voltage transient are managed using surge protectors and the voltage regulation device. What is inrush current limitation and role in the AC motor load? And inrush current limiters reduce the high initial current drawn by the motor during startup. How does cascade control enhance the performance of AC motor? Leading to improve the motor response. What is torque density and its significance in the AC technology? Torque density refers to the amount of torque generated per unit of motor volume and influencing size and performance. How does motor deceleration affect AC motor system? Motor deceleration slows down the motor's rotational speed, often achieved through dynamic braking. And what is cross magnetization and its impact on AC motor performance? Cross magnetization leads to irregularities in the efficiency. How is motor vibration managed in AC motor application? Motor vibration is managed through proper design, balancing and isolation technique. What is the motor control algorithm in advanced AC motor system? A motor control algorithm dictates how the motor responds to different input conditions. How does power modulation improve efficiency in AC motors? Power modulation adjusts the input power to match the motor's load and energy efficiency. What is the role of thermal protector in AC motors? Thermal protector prevents the motor from overheating by disconnecting power when temperature exceeds the safe limit. How does shaft alignment affect the AC motor performance? Proper shaft alignment ensures smooth operation, reduce wear and minimize vibrations. What is a duty cycle and its significance in AC motor application? Duty cycle refers to the ratio of motor's operating time to its total time in effect thermal performance. How does harmonic resonance impact AC motor system? And overheating in AC motor system. What is the winding insulation and its importance in AC motors? Winding insulation prevent short circuits and the electrical breakdowns in AC motor winding. How does stator resistance control affect the motor operation? Stator resistance control adjusts the motor speed and characteristics for specific applications. What is the stator magnetic field and its role in AC function? The stator magnetic field is produced by the stator winding and interact with the rotors to generate motion. How does hysteresis braking work in AC motor control? Hysteresis is braking uses the magnetic field to induce eddy current in the rotor, generating braking force. What is the rotor temperature control and its benefits in AC motor? Rotor temperature control maintains optimal operation temperature and prolonging motor life and reliability. How does flux weakening improve the performance of AC motor? Flux weakening reduces the motor's magnetic flux to extend the speed, range and improve efficiency. What is the current vector control in AC motor system? Current vector control adjusts the amplitude and the phase of the motor current for precise control. How does regenerative braking work in AC motor application? Regenerative braking converts the motor into generator and recovering energy during the deceleration. What is the pole amplitude modulation and its role in AC motor control? Pole amplitude modulation adjusts the number of active motors and pole for speed control. How does thermal time constant influence AC motor protectors? Thermal time constant determines how quickly a motor responds to change in temperature and adding protection mechanism. What is load sharing and its importance in multi-motor system? Load sharing ensures multiple motors work together efficiently and by distributing the load. How does flux linkage impact AC motor performance? Flux leakage represents the relationship between the magnetic field and the induced voltage in the motor's winding. What is inductor generator and its role in AC motor system? An inductor generator converts mechanical energy into electrical energy using the motor's rotating magnetic field. How does voltage balance affect AC motor operation? Voltage balance ensures equal voltage supply to all phases and preventing motor overheating and unbalanced performance. What is the cogging torque reduction and its benefit in AC motor design? Cogging torque reduction technique minimize vibration and improve the motor's starting performance. How does sensor-less control improve AC motor efficiency? Sensor-less control uses algorithm to estimate speed and obscuration, eliminating the need for additional sensors. What is the concept of slot harmonics in AC motor system? Slot harmonics result from interaction between the stator and rotor slots, affecting motor performance. How does thermal modeling contribute to AC motor production? Thermal modeling predict temperature changes and helping prevent overheating and damage. What is magnetic saturation and its impact on AC motor performance? Magnetic saturation reduces the motor's efficiency by limiting the increase in magnetic flux with increasing current. How does skewing improve AC motor operation? Skewing affects the rotor slot to reduce cogging and improve the motor's smoothness and efficiency. What is vector control in AC motor system? Vector control adjusts both the amplitude and the phase of current and voltage to the control motor performance. How does flux weakening control extend the speed range of AC motors? Flux weakening control reduces the magnetic field strength and allowing motor to achieve higher speed. What is the dynamic voltage resistors and its role in AC motor system? A dynamic voltage restorer corrects voltage tracks and surge to maintain stable motor operations. How does automatic voltage regulation benefits AC motor system? Automatic voltage regulation maintains a constant voltage supply to the motor, preventing fluctuations. What is electromagnetic brake and its application in AC motors? An electromagnetic brake uses a magnetic field to generate braking force and stop the motor. How does direct online starting work in AC motor system? Direct online starting applies full voltage to the motor during startup without any voltage reduction. What is voltage ramp and its role in AC motor control? Voltage ramp gradually increase the voltage during motor startup and reduce the inrush current. How does electrodynamic brake function in AC motor control? An electrodynamic brake generates braking force by inducing eddy current in conductive disc. What is flux control and how does it affect AC motor operation? Flux control regulates the magnetic field strength to control motor speed and torque. How does commutation work in synchronous AC motor? Synchronous motors achieve commutation without brushes using permanent magnets or field winding. What is insulation resistance and its significance in AC motor maintenance? Insulation resistance testing ensures the motor's insulation system in the good condition. How does thermal switch protect AC? What is voltage recovery time and its important in motor protection? How does load inertia affect AC motor performance and load inertia determine how quickly a motor can accelerate a motor? What is the torque speed characteristics and its importance in AC motor? The torque speed characteristic graph shows how motor torque varies with the different speed. How does motor efficiency classification influence energy consumption? Motor efficiency classification indicates how efficiently a motor converts electrical power into mechanical power. What is torque constant in AC motor specification? Torque constant relates the motor's torque output to current supply to its windings. How does rotor bar design impact the performance of AC motors? Rotor bar design affects rotor resistance, torque production and overall motor efficiency. What is electromagnetic compatibility in AC motor system? Electromagnetic compatibility ensures that the motors don't interfere with other electronic devices and vice versa. How does commutation frequency impact the operation of AC motors? Commutation frequency affects the efficiency and performance of synchronous AC motors. What is the concept of creep in AC motor system? Creep refers to the slow rotation of motor and synchronous speed due to the presence of stator poles. How does field weakening control extend the speed range of AC motor? Field weakening control reduces the excitation field of allowing the motor to operate at the higher speeds. Well, what is self-excited induction generator and its application in AC motor technology? A self-excited induction generator produces electrical power using a prime mover to rotate the rotor. How does thermal overload relay protect the AC motor? A thermal a thermal overload relay disconnects power when the motor's temperature exceeds the safe limit. What is the starting current using in AC motor operation? Starting current is the initial current surge when a motor is powered on. Starting current is the initial current surge when the motor is powered on, and often higher than its normal operating current. How does back EMF affect AC motor control? Back EMF opposes the applied voltage, limiting current and ensuring smooth motor operations. What is the magnetization curve of AC motor? The magnetization curve depicts the relationship between magnetic flux and magnetizing current. How does duty cycle rating impact AC motor selection? Duty cycle rating indicates how frequently and how long motor can operate under the different loads. What is the inductive load in AC motor applications? Inductive load such as motor causes a phase shift between the voltage and current due to its inductance. How does pulse width modulation affect AC motor speed control? Pulse width modulation adjusts the average voltage applied to the motor and controlling its speed. What is motor efficiency class and significance in AC motor specification? Motor efficiency class indicates the level of energy efficiency achieved by the motor. And how does copper rotor technology enhance AC motor efficiency? And copper rotor technology reduces rotor resistance, improving motor efficiency and performance. What is the motor slip in AC system? And motor slip in is the difference between synchronous speed and the actual rotor speed. How does heat dissipation impact the lifespan of AC motors? Effective heat dissipation can increase the motor's lifespan by preventing overheating. What is flux linkage constant in AC motor specification? Flux linkage constant relates the motor's magnetic flux to the current flowing through its winding. How does eddy current loss affect the AC motor efficiency? Eddy current loss generates heat in the motor's core and leading to the reduced efficiency. What is motor stall and its impact on AC motor operation? Motor stall occurs when the motor's torque is insufficient to overcome the load. Motor stall occurs when the motor's load is insufficient to overcome the load, causing it to stop. How does pole changing control work in AC motor system? Pole changing control adjusts the number of motor poles to achieve different speed torque characteristics. What is the synchronous motor starting method? Synchronous motor starting method include the use of pony motor, jumper, winding and external means to bring the motor to synchronous speed. How does electromagnetic noise affect the AC motor application? Electromagnetic noise, also known as the motor noise, can cause interference and reduce the motor overall reliability. What is starting torque in the AC motor specification? Starting torque is the initial torque produced by the motor. Starting torque is the initial torque produced by the motor when it begins to rotate from the stand still. How does load torque curve illustrate AC motor performance? The load torque curve shows how the motor's available torque change with the speed under various loads. What is the load slip in AC motor behavior? Load slip is the difference between the synchronous speed and the speed at which the motor operates under load. How does anti-condensation heater protect AC motors in humid environments? An anti-condensation heater prevents soot moisture buildup inside the motor, reduce the risk of damage. What is the hunting oscillation and its impact on AC motor behavior? Hunting oscillation is the repetitive back and forth motion of the motor due to instability affecting the performance. How does thermal image analysis contribute to the AC motor maintenance? Thermal image analysis identifies temperature variance in the motor and detecting potential issues early. What is a variable frequency drive, VFD and AC motor control? A VFD adjusts the motor speed and torque by varying the frequency and the voltage of power supply. How does hysteresis loss affect AC motor efficiency? Hysteresis loss generates heat in the motor's core due to reversible intensities. What is synchronous condensation in its motor role operation?